This is a more extensive explanation of the pedagogical editing process. The first thing you are going to do is go to the Pedagogical Editor's weekly report, and here you will find your assignment for the week. Assignment starts Monday mornings and goes through Sunday evenings. Your assignment is based on how many hours you can work. So we give you an assignment, and we then say, based off a pace of 6 lessons an hour, the expected amount of hours you would work. You would then come in when you're finished for the week, which can be no later than Sunday evening. You would come in and say how many hours you actually work, and you would check off that you completed your assignment. You absolutely need to complete your assignments unless there's a major issue, and we would expect you to have emailed us explaining why you didn't hit your assignment deadlines, because on Monday morning then we have to report to our supervisors, and then you'll have the next week ready to go. So once you know your assignment, then you're going to log into Lesson Designer, and you're going to go to the left column to select your grade. So we'll select 7th grade, and select your subject. It's going to be Bible. I'm not going to worry about stages and edit status. I'm going to update. And then say my assignment is the first few lessons of Bible. I'm going to actually realize, wow, these are really random, but lesson 1 starts right here. And I'm going to then go, I suggest that you I messed that up. Let me go back to the preview. I would suggest you would watch it from using the preview screen and the eyeball here. And you would start off by reading the biblical rationale, the objectives in today, and the essential questions to just frame how to look at the content in the lesson. You'll then read through the lesson, examining flow. Did it connect to the previous lesson? Is the flow written well here? Is the content correct? You have that checklist, and I would suggest you have the checklist on your desktop that you can always refer back to, hit each point, and then go to the quiz at the end, and make sure the quiz questions assess the most important objectives of the lesson. There should be 2 to 5 quiz questions at the end. If you see an issue that you can fix, you can go back to Lesson Designer and click the notepad, or another shortcut would be you can actually come up here in the URL and just delete \preview and push enter, and that actually takes me right into the editing phase. And then specifically, as we have talked in our meetings, if you want to change a sentence or two, you just go right into the text and delete and edit as needed. If you want to add a question, go to this icon of a person with his arms spread out. Click on it. You're going to click a drop-down menu to choose the phrase you want it to say. If it's a question, I usually go for discuss it or consider it. I type in the question, and then I insert the activity. I want to cancel this time. If you ever don't want to save your work, it doesn't save automatically, so just X out of the screen. But if you do want to save your work, you better remember to save and save often, and do that before you X out of the screen. If there's just an issue you can't solve, the lesson needs to have parts that are rewritten, or you think there would be a great picture to illustrate the lesson, then you're going to go to the 3rd sheet that I shared with you. That's subject specific. So this is Bible. So I'm going to go to Bible, pull up the spreadsheet, and at the bottom of the spreadsheet you can see the different tabs for the grades. I'm working in Bible 7, and it was lesson 1. So here's lesson 1. If I have a content issue, I'm going to put it here. If there's an image I want to place, I'll put it here. This spreadsheet actually has a lot more information, but unless I want some other extra note way over here, I really just need to worry about these first 2 columns. I add it, and boom, I go back to the next lesson. And that's it. That kind of gives you an idea of the process.